This podcast is an independent, fan-produced show and is not affiliated with, sponsored by, or endorsed by WWE, AEW, TNA, or any other wrestling promotion. All opinions, discussions, and content shared on this podcast are intended for entertainment purposes only. Any names, logos, trademarks, or copyrighted material referenced are property of the respective owners. We cover wrestling news, rumors, reviews, and personal opinions. And while we aim to be informative and fun, our takes are strictly our own. Listener discretion is advised. Enjoy the show. What do you think happened? That's why it's important to separate the two entities, because we know that WWE understands. I don't have predictions. Yeah. I don't have predictions, and we'd be.
I'm gonna stop watching today.
Hey, what's up? What's good, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the K-Fape Corner with your host, Stajile Baka. And of course, I do not do these episodes alone. I am with the Don, the Shady.
I just F with the intro so much. I can't help myself.
Shady Don, What up? What's good, my G? Yes, it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you, dog. It's so good to see you, man.
Before continue, it has you fly from that.
Full qua.
Like he's proper dapper. Like dapper tonight. Well, you come on.
Thank you, Jack.
Let's get this show on the road.
Jack. It's the rebranding, Jack. It's the business rebrand. We are out here. It's the CEO. Give me a merchandise. Are match fella ne? Re match.
Assess. Full
qua. Open.
You should tell in your stage.
Are match.
You understand?
No. We don't just match. We match. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's do a quick room temperature check. The room is pretty empty, but we're going to fill it up with the energy tonight. Behind the camera, we have the amazing Ole! What up, what do you do, my G? Yes, sir. And on the soundboards, as per usual, we have the legendary
PDK beat.
Bulaya Sad. We got Makasete in the building. If this guy was a rapper.
Dog.
Last of it, yo. What up, Maji? It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you too, bro. We had a very disappointing night the other night when we were recording Money in the Bank predictions. Unfortunately, I saw your comment, Nostalgia Bait. The episode was supposed to drop. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties. Why is that word so tough now?
Because we're not used to having technical difficulties.
We are not used to having technical difficulties. So when it happens, it flusters us. But
and also saw a comment that said, "Haibo, drop the episode already."
That's Nostalgia Bait.
Oh, yeah.
That's Nostalgia Bait. And that was such a good episode, bro. We had a fire lineup for you guys. Can I please ask that we switch the aircon shandies off? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Temperature.
The white one. Khabe, it's gonna feed into the microphones. Not at all. Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay. We're good. Okay. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling.
Okay. Let's have it on.
I feel good.
We can switch it on. Aski Sinjak. I'm sorry. Okay. PDK beats in Nike. Ay.
Bulaya San.
PDK beats in Nike.
Invoices
is coming in hot. It's coming in hot.
Yeah.
Marilyn give it to the corner. I keep calling. Yo, man, let's get into the episode, brother. Let's get into the episode. The one thing that we spoke about last episode that we couldn't finish because of our technical difficulties was R-Truth, aka Moholo Ron Killings. Yeah. So For those of you who are not up to date, I don't know where you've been living. If you are in the
Under a
wrestling
rock.
community, you should know. You should know that Ron Killings was let go of from the WWE. His contract was not renegotiated.
Yes.
For about a week.
Yes. Until we made a noise.
Don't jump the gun.
Okay.
Don't jump the gun.
Okay.
Let's bring everybody up to speed.
Okay.
Ron Killings was let go of. His contract was not renegotiated.
Yes.
In a week.
Yes.
Monday Night Raw, NXT, Friday Night SmackDown, Worlds Collide, Money in the Bank.
Yes. Money in the Bank comes back. Yeah.
In that week,
yes,
we had "We Want Truth" chants, right?
The truth.
We've had "We Want Cody" chants. We've had CM Punk chants. We've had those chants. This is the one time where I saw the turnaround speed of a wrestler being let go, the fans chanting, and the wrestler coming back. It's the fastest transition I've ever seen in wrestling history. I don't care what you say.
Yes, it is though.
We've seen "We Want Brett" chants, and it's never taken this fast. It's never been this fast. What changed?
I think they also realized, letting go of our truth, it is just a blunder, dog. Like we said in the previously recorded episode, he's that comic relief that we need. Understand? So the product without him, never mind comic relief, but like our truth has been with us for so long, and he has been providing that comic relief. We've gotten used to having him around.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I think it's important to also to preface this conversation with nobody knows what our truth's contract looks like.
Yeah.
Nobody was there for the negotiations.
Yes.
Nobody was there for the renegotiations.
Yes.
Nobody really knows what happened between our truth and the WWE except our truth and the WWE. So internet warriors, I'm talking to the ones that are also going to comment under this clip. We don't know, because some of you are going to come with our truth wanted to renegotiate having his name, therefore the WWE had to fold, blah blah blah. Nobody knows what happened.
Maybe, perhaps, we don't know.
Nobody knows. Us included. So this conversation is just for what if or if purposes. Hypothetical.
Yeah.
What do you think happened?
Yeah, I think they let go of our truth. We made a noise.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe they didn't see a future with him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't see a future with him. They didn't see a potential storyline. So I think they had to let go. And then we made a noise.
Do you think it was a WWE decision to let him go? It was a TKO financial decision to let him go?
Well, separating the two entities now is quite useless because they are in...
It's not. It is.
Because like we cannot say TKO made the decision. What does TKO know about wrestling?
That's my point.
So
that's my point. The people in the WWE would not let go of our truth.
Yes.
Because they understand the value that our truth brings.
Yes.
The suits in the boardrooms, and we said this last episodes, are looking at our truth's age. They are looking at his contribution in storylines. There are also rumors that they're trying to renegotiate Roman Reigns' contract because too much. But Roman Reigns that's what I'm saying.
He's valuable. What do you mean? Yeah.
That's why it's important to separate the two entities, because we know that WWE understands the role that truth plays.
Yes.
These TKO guys. Yes,
I think it'd be unfair to solely put the blame on TKO. Understand?
Nobody's solely doing anything.
Yeah.
We are asking the decision. Does it come from TKO, or do we think it came from TKO, or do we think it came from WWE? We're going to dissect this entire situation.
I'd say the decision was initiated by TKO.
Initiation was TKO.
It was TKO, and then maybe it was executed by WWE because they also had to analyze and check, the product moving forward, the impact that this is going to have, not only financially, because now it seems like this is the only problem that I have with this whole move. Now they're using this Ron Killings as a cash in. They're cashing in on Ron Killings. You understand? So you could say maybe part of it is financially motivated, and that's where the TKO part comes in. I am not sure. I stand to be corrected, but it's It's just my.
Was this a work or a shoot? Let me ask you as simple as that.
Was this a what?
Was this a work or was it a shoot? Did they play us? Did they stage the firing?
No.
Did they analyze or did they really fire the guy? Did they really see the backlash and thought, let's bring him back?
They really fired him.
They really fired him.
I think we weren't worked. They really fired him.
I think
Our shoot was gone, and then we made a noise, and they were like, you know what? Maybe, no, kind of what's this saying? Bad publicity is still...
there's no
such thing as bad publicity. Yeah,
yes.
So...
all publicity is good publicity.
Yes.
Let me ask you, right, final question on this run. Not final question, because we still have to talk about him changing his name and his persona.
Yeah.
And where to from here. I asked you who's responsible for the firing. I asked you why they fired him. I asked you... Now I'm going to ask you, why do you think they brought him back? Let me preface that question. Did they bring him back because they care about what the fans think? Or did they bring him back because the fan reaction meant cha-ching for them?
That's a tough question.
It's very easy for me as the perspective of the fan.
Okay, let me not be naive. It seems like catching for them.
Cash move, dog.
Yeah.
Cash move.
Because Ron Killing's merch is there.
It's running. It's selling like hotcakes. It's simple, guys. The WWE is after money.
This is the part where most WWE fans, this is where we clash. Because now we see these money moves. Like, this is like a direct money move. You understand? Yeah, it's obvious that this was done for the money. Truth was brought back for the money. This is where we're like, now this TKO collaboration with the WWE, this is where it's actually affecting wrestling, and this is where it's ruining wrestling for us.
Let's move on then.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Let's segue into Papa H's booking.
Okay, which one?
Caused a lot of controversy in our comment section.
Okay.
Let's talk about Papa H's booking. Last episode, I asked you, what did Triple H start? Because from my perspective, I see Triple H riding on the momentum that Vince McMahon left him.
Yeah.
I still see him riding on the momentum of WrestleMania 39.
Yeah.
The only thing Papa H has done right, from my perspective so far, is bring back valuable stars in the WWE and also bring up valuable stars from NXT.
Yes.
Carmelo Hayes,
Yes.
Stephanie Vaquer, Roxanne Perez, Braun Breaker.
Yes.
Right? You've brought back Io Sky. You've brought back Dakota Kai.
Yes.
The returns and the call-ups have been amazing. The storylines.
I think, yes, I agree with you on that point, The bookings. The bookings with also, adding some value to the mid-cards.
Yes.
You understand?
Oh my goodness, yes.
We have...
Yes.
We have now the Women's IC Championship, which is now, being fought for by a mid-carder. We have elevation of the mid-card, which is good, but the storylines, you understand? So now he's only starting to cook. Like, I think I'm going to play devil's advocate here.
And while you're playing devil's advocate, I want us to go to a couple of TikTok comments.
Okay.
Right, go.
So I think let's give Hunter a bit more time.
Hey, you are Segway King today. You are segueing us throughout the entire... Introduce that. You know what? Drive the show. Nah. The show's yours today, Chaka. Yo, this is the Kayfabe Corner with your host, Don Ser. Go ahead, dog.
That will be fine.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we should give Hunter more time because now, like I said, there's elevation of the mid-carders. So now we're yet to, see full development, full story development. Oh, am I saying it right?
Yes.
Yes. So we're yet to watch him cook. Okay, one thing I'm going to concede on is that he finished, what Vince started.
He's still riding on what Vince started.
Yes. So he's yet to have his own bloodline. He's yet to have his own...
he's yet to have his own Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, bro.
Yes.
He's yet to have The Rock, Stone Cold.
Yeah.
He's yet to have Undertaker, Randy Orton.
Yeah.
He's yet to have John Cena, Edge. There are so many storylines that I have not seen from Triple H thus far. Now,
but the ones that we have now, but the ones that we have now that I see developing, it's just that I feel like they need a bit more time.
Who?
Not Bailey. I mean Lyra Valkyria, Becky Lynch.
I have an interesting question for you, and we need to quickly move this episode, ne? On one hand, and I saw this on Busted Open, I think, count the amount of wrestlers today that really get it, that get wrestling, that you watch and say, when are we wrestling? When? Count the ones from the old, I'll help you. Shawn Michaels, Undertaker,
You see,
Bret Hart, The Rock. Those are the guys that...
Are you not going to put Cena in there?
No, really get it?
Yeah.
That really get it?
I mean, I get
No.
it like when Cena got in.
Shawn Michaels. Did I say Shawn Michaels?
Yeah, you said Shawn Michaels.
Okay, yeah.
I get it. Like when Cena got in, he was not it. You know?
Give me the guys that get it today. That really... That you watch and they get it.
Nah, we don't have too many of those guys here. I think the only person that I would say got it, unfortunately, he
Excuse
died,
me.
you know.
Passed. Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately died. May his soul rest in peace.
Passed.
Oh, he passed.
Like algorithm, dog.
Oh,
He passed.
He
Oh,
passed.
we're gonna bleep that. Yes.
he passed. He was Bray Wyatt, you know.
Maybe you don't understand
Your
what
question.
yes. Maybe you don't understand
Wait,
my
like
question.
in front, I get it. Someone who gets it in front and behind the camera.
No. Someone who you watch in the ring. You know, sometimes you watch football and there's a player that you just go, Dimanu iti ball. Dimanu iti ball.
stage.
Triple H is number 5. There are players that you watch and say, Dimanu iti ball.
Yeah, but like
Who are the guys
right now
that you watch and say, you know wrestling?
okay, recently, Kevin Owens, I've been impressed with.
Kevin Owens knows wrestling.
Yes, I've been impressed with Kevin Owens.
And he's a Triple H guy.
Yeah.
I'll give him credit for that.
Roman.
Roman Reigns knows wrestling.
Roman.
I'll give him. But is Roman Reigns a Triple H guy? Twing! He's a Vince guy, which goes with my point. Name another one. It's fine.
But we can also say Kevin Owens is a Vince guy. He is though.
No, Kevin Owens is more Triple H guy than a Vince guy.
Oh yeah, he's more like
He's
NXT.
more- yeah, NXT.
Yeah,
Yes. So Kevin Owens,
Seth.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Sure. Seth Rollins. Agilwan.
That's two.
Seth Rollins. Two guys, bro.
No. There has to be
Two
more.
guys,
It's just
champ,
my mind
from
is
the
blank
Triple H
now.
era.
Nah.
I had another one.
It can't be two, bro.
I had another one. We have Kevin. We have Gunther.
Gunther. Yes.
Gunther gets rest.
Gunther.
Why is it so difficult to name the guys that get wrestling under Triple H's regime?
They are batting, ne? But I don't know what's going on right now with my mind. It's just blank.
Therein lies the problem with Triple H, my guy. That's the problem that I have with Triple H. We're gonna go to comments.
Because like even like with the women as well, Bailey
gets wrestling.
Charlotte gets wrestling.
Charlotte does get wrestling. Charlotte is not a Triple H gal.
Vince.
Thank you. Let's go to TikTok comments, brother. Ne?
Okay.
We have Shoni370. Shoni370 says, and thank you so much for your comment. Thank you so much for interacting. Tell a friend to tell a friend that the Kayfabe Corner is talking about your comment today. Shoni370, our TKO was not a decision by Triple H. You must understand this from a business perspective. It was to survive with TKO or drown.
No.
Can I respond to that?
Yes.
Can I respond to that? I was going to come in here and say, watching the last episode back, I was too harsh on Triple H. Triple H is in his 5th year, 6th year.
Yeah.
5th.
5th.
It's not fair to compare a 5th year career to
20 years plus
since I've been alive.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not fair. It's also not fair to say TKO is in partnership with the WWE because of Triple H. Triple H does booking. He's the chief content officer. He's not the CEO. Like he doesn't own the building. And I also need to understand that WWE is a publicly traded company, right? Not one sole person can make a decision to bring in an entity or make an entity exit. I was too harsh on Triple H. But this next comment is the reason why I'm harsh on Triple H. Because y'all guys coddle this guy.
Wow.
You guys coddle this guy and you just said, let's give him time to cook. Granted, let's give him time to cook. It's been 5 years. But in his cooking, we must be able to say, Triple H is pizza racha. What is
So, Wena, what bothers you about that comment?
Let's read this comment. Tactics, average one. Yeah, we're not tactics. Tactics, average one. Triple H was never alone. He had Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes and was not in full control. Before TKO, Shane was involved. TKO is more The Rock than Triple H. These are 3 excuses in one comment. And this is what y'all do with Triple H, bro.
I'm not listening. I'm not gonna make excuses for him at this point.
Can I quickly remember the point you were gonna make? Can I quickly ask you, tactics? Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes, were they not there for the Vince McMahon era? Were they not there right next to Vince when Vince was making trash booking decisions? I've never heard not one of you say, yeah, but Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes were helping him make the decisions. It was always Vince McMahon is making trash booking decisions. When Tony Khan makes bad booking decisions, we say Tony Khan makes bad booking decisions. Why is it that when we say Triple H is making bad booking decisions, I'm loud, but I'm very angry, justifiably so. My voice is reverberating throughout the room. But justifiably so. Why is it that when we say Triple H is making bad booking decisions, we're not saying he's a bad booker. We're saying the booking decisions now are bad. All of a sudden, Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes, he's not alone. TKO is The Rock's fault.
We like him.
That's the problem. And that's my problem.
We like him because potentially, guys. We like what he has to offer.
Come on, we all like Triple H, bro.
Yes, we like what he has to offer. We like where everything is going, even though sometimes it's hard to predict. It's frustrating, you know. Like you said, we're not saying...
frustrating is the word, bro.
We're not saying he's bad, but the booking decisions...
They are bad. Now, the booking decisions are bad. And it's okay.
That's where the gray area comes in. That's where that thorn that comes in, you know, whereby we have to understand some bookings, they have to make bank. Some bookings...
At the expense of the fans. At the expense of the product. At the expense of... Do you remember the outrage that was there on the internet when Nikki ASH won Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
Because Vince McMahon thought that Nikki ASH would sell a ton of merch. He made a bad booking decision and we called him... And I sound crazy because it sounds like I'm defending Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is a nasty old man, according to me. According to me. That's me. That's Stajilabaka. At me. But... when he made bad booking decisions, we called him out on it. When Triple H makes good booking decisions, we come on this platform and we say, well done, Triple H.
Yes.
When the Netflix deal was signed, we said, Papa H, you are cooking. I never heard none of you in the comments say, yeah, that was not Triple H's accolade alone. He had a team behind him. But when he's making bad booking decisions, it's the team. Come on, bro.
With that one, like I said,
come on, fam.
I'm not going to, because there are some decisions... Now myself, I'm like, bro, ish. Come on. And some are just like obvious that, it's just to make bank. So I think if we have less of those decisions that are, solely for the bank, then...
There's one thing that I don't like, man. There's one thing that I don't like, and it's cult behavior. Let's not treat WWE like a cult. We love this thing, and that's why we voice our opinions to make this thing better, because we love this thing. But loving this thing does not mean we are going to follow it blindly.
Yeah.
Loving Triple H. I love Triple H, man.
Blind loyalty, man.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work, but it's fine. We got to
We're not gonna.
Yeah, we got a little worked up there. It's fine. We love you, Triple H. We love you, WWE. We love you, Bruce Pritchard, Michael Hazy. And Luena, Tactics. We love you too. And thank you so much for your comment.
Thanks for the comment,
We really
bro.
appreciate your engagement. It's conversations like these that ensure that the product gets better. Just like Ron Killings coming back. We have the power. Let's get into the episode. Yes.
Let me ask.
Ask.
About Ron Killings.
Yes.
Are we going to have a story?
I don't know.
Are we going to have a championship run?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because no, he's Ron Killings.
He's not our truth.
He's not our truth. He's Ron Killings. And he's going to beat the what back into Cena? Yes. But
I don't see him going after Cena. Ron Killings, I don't know what to do with Ron Killings, bro.
He cut his hair now.
Yeah.
He's
a new character.
He's doing a lot.
He's a new character.
You understand?
I think with this one, let's just let it cook. I don't have predictions.
Yeah.
I don't have predictions, and we'd be wrong to try and predict. It's fresh.
Yeah, it's fresh.
It's new. We haven't seen it in the WWE. Let's let them cook.
Yeah. All right.
This is the one time where I'll say, let Triple H cook.
Let Papa H cook. Let Papa H cook.
But Sikjongi. Let's jump into the episode. The Money in the Bank aftermath. Let's start with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Incredible match. Great match. Let's start with the result. Naomi is officially Miss Money in the Bank. Round of applause one time.
Proceed with caution.
Very well done.
This is one booking decision that I fully agree with.
Me too.
Everything perfect.
Yeah.
Even the potential it has, perfect.
Yes. Tell me about the match, because you were making a very interesting point when we were off camera, and I don't know if you want to make it on camera.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
the match was good overall. We had beautiful spots, but it's somehow it seemed like, it's like they were waiting for these spots. It kind of didn't feel natural.
It felt rehearsed.
Yes,
it
felt rehearsed, and it was just
structured.
There was step by step. There was no flow. You understand? It's like they were waiting for okay, you gotta do that, so that I have to do this. You understand?
Let me cut them some slack, because as of late the women have been doing a phenomenal job, dog. I even said to you off camera, the women are killing more than the men.
Yeah, the women are doing a good job.
I'm looking more forward to the women's storylines than the men's. Let me present something to you. Is it Julian? Who's
Julia?
Yes. So sorry, Julia. We had Julia, new. We had Stephanie Vaquer, new.
Yes.
We had Roxanne Perez, new.
Yes.
Is it not kind of expected that they're going to be a little green in their first Money in the Bank ladder match? The way they navigate the ladders, the way they maneuver around the ring with this many other women. It's not a normal match.
Yeah.
And they are fresh from NXT. So it's kind of expected. I'd like to cut them some slack.
Yeah, because like my expectation of a typical ladder match for me, it's chaos. It's chaos. It's just
not structure.
It's chaos.
I understand what you're saying.
You jumping from there, it's just chaos.
I understand what you're saying.
So like, step one.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. You are very right.
Yeah.
But let's cut them some slack.
No, I'm cutting them some slack. I'm just saying,
Can you cut them some slack without saying but?
Oh, okay. I'm cutting you some slack, guys.
Let's cut them some slack, guys. From my perspective, I think I wasn't sure of the competitors in the match. Like, I was like, Alexa Bliss. Like, Julian.
Julia.
I was like, hey, Julia. I was like, Julia?
Yeah.
Roxanne, I got. Stephanie Vaquer, Also, Stephanie Vaquer working 3 matches within 24 hours. I was like,
El Grande, but we'll get
there. I was like, nah, man, I don't know if this is going to work out. But they had a very healthy blend of new blood and like old school.
The old school.
Right. That match for me was like a who is that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the moment where I was watching not Bailey, Sasha Banks with the purple hair and asking myself, who's this purple haired girl? And watching Charlotte Flair and asking, okay, and this blonde one that's doing all these athletic moves?
Yeah, who's this
and
one?
then Becky and who's this redhead with the funny accent? That who is that moment is very important. And I feel like I got that from the Money in the Bank ladder match. So kudos to them.
Kudos.
Perfect booking. Yeah. Perfect working. They did their
ending,
job.
yeah.
Perfect ending. Perfect decision. Naomi, congratulations.
How would you? What's your rating for the match?
8.5. 8.5. It's a good match. It was a solid match. They did their thing.
8.5.
They did their thing.
Yes.
Dominic Mysterio versus Octagon. Are we good? Oh, he's. Got you.
Yeah.
Dominic, hey, PDK. Dominic Mysterio versus Octagon Jr. from Triple H for the Intercontinental Championship.
Me, personally, I ain't got a lot to say about this match.
Right.
I didn't see it coming.
Right.
But I do have a few questions though.
Before your questions, did you enjoy the match? Not.
It was like literally like 5, if not 7 minutes max.
Sure.
It was a short match.
Yes.
So it was bound to be kind of explosive from the start.
Yes.
So
Did you enjoy it?
yes.
Did you get anything from it?
No.
Nothing. You got nothing from it.
No. I think, because I remembered your words when you say some matches are just fillers. You know, I think that was a last minute decision made to, I don't know, appease a certain group of people. I don't know.
Or maybe to promote AAA or to show the talent that is within AAA. Also, but now from me personally, what I got from that match is Dominic is good and he's getting better. And it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
Dominic is a danger to the industry. He's good. He's young. He's the son of Rey Mysterio. He has a good name. He has the good look. And he's getting better.
That's okay. Yeah.
That's dangerous.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Because for me, watching a Dominic Mysterio match used to be like, Now it's actually intriguing. I'm actually watching him work in the ring. I'm watching him grow in the ring. He's dangerous.
Dom can be like, you know, methodical now.
Yes,
Sejo. Take his time.
Yes, Sejo.
You know,
but also execute the move.
Yeah.
Like he can also sell for a wrestler. He's great.
Even like, you know, the crowd reactions.
Bro.
After, you know, a certain move, bro. Like
now that's what I got from Dom.
Yeah.
Dom is dangerous. He's a nuclear weapon.
My question though.
Okay.
And kudos to Dom.
Shoot.
My question though. We still don't have a storyline for Dom. Now, is the IC heading to AAA, is it now going to be competed by the vast majority of lucha superstars? Or was it just an intro, like we just said a few seconds ago? It was just an intro
Dominic
to the AAA.
Dominic has an ongoing story with Abo Finn Bella, Nabo Roxanne Perez, Lebo Liv Morgan, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do think, I hope WWE does a Dominic AAA invasion.
Okay.
Where Dominic starts posing as the best luchador ever.
Ooh.
And then the AAA guys start challenging Dominic. No, you can't say that. We are literally from luchador heritage.
We embody that.
We embody that. Then they challenge Dom. Dom chews through them one by one. As he's getting better. Bo Mr. Iguana Bao. Everybody starts chewing through everybody. Eventually he gets to Pentagon. Penta is the one to stop the reign of terror.
Dragon Lee.
We're gonna get Dom and Dragon Lee. But Dragon Lee mustn't stop his reign. Okay. Eventually Penta is going to interrupt and say, okay boy, now you're talking to the greatest luchador of all time. And that's my. Am I good or what, yo? Am I good or what?
Let's go!
Man, that's what I think. I think Dominic is going to be the nuisance in AAA.
Yeah.
The AAA guys are going to want to take him down. None of them are going to succeed.
And Dom can be that.
He is.
Irritating, entitled.
He is.
Perfecto, amigo.
At some point throughout that luchador nuisance storyline, he's going to encounter his father. He's going to beat his father. And he's going to say, you see? Maybe he should beat his father before Penta interrupts.
Ay.
That's how Penta gets the Intercontinental Championship.
Cool.
That's what you do with
Cook amigo.
All right, enough about Dominic Mysterio. Let's go to Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. And we are featuring Bayley because Bayley made a triumphant return on Monday Night Raw. Becky Lynch is now the Women's Intercontinental Champion, like I predicted, like it should be. Congratulations to Becky Lynch. What do we do now?
Okay. Guys, can we get a triple threat at Evolution? Can we get Lyra, Bayley, and Becky Lynch? That's all I'm asking.
And then
Because now putting, or rather benching Lyra Valkyria, it's gonna do more harm than good. Because she was on this momentum. Guys, Lyra is good.
She is. I have to admit.
Lyra is good.
She is.
We actually, that was what we were calling for. That was the purpose, to get people like Lyra competing for the IC championship.
Can I quickly just say, and I hate doing this, but it has to be done.
Okay.
What Becky did for Lyra was what we were expecting Charlotte to do for Tiffany.
Yes. 100%. But now, it was a thing of Ratswana, they say.
Yeah, but if you look at Becky and Lyra, they are also the same.
Yeah.
But they are also able to bring out the best in one another. So kudos to Becky for playing the OG role in that feud.
Is the kayfabe corner insinuating that Charlotte Flair has maybe an element of jealousy?
She has an ego problem.
Ooh.
Charlotte Flair has an ego problem. Ooh. That's what I think. But yes,
is she threatened by Tiffany?
Back to Becky and Lyra. It doesn't matter. And I said I don't want to do this. It's fine. Becky and Lyra, right?
Yeah.
The storyline did what it was supposed to do. Lyra Valkyria got elevated. The Women's Intercontinental Championship got elevated like we thought it would be.
Yes.
Now with the introduction of Bayley, elevation galore.
Yes.
We're not a triple threat.
Get a triple threat Evolution, and then maybe now we can decide, Lyra, you can just take a mini break.
Who wins at Evolution?
Ooh, that's tough.
It's not a tough one at all.
Bayley?
Becky.
Why Becky though?
So that you have Becky and Bayley 1-on-1 at SummerSlam.
For the IC championship.
For the IC championship. Then maybe Bayley can win there. Maybe.
But now, remember, Lyra has to come back for her rematch.
Right.
Yeah. So how do we maneuver around that?
She can come back maybe early next year, Royal Rumble time. Yeah, she can come back No go tshameka boragadi njalo.
Okay. Go tshameka ma sister.
Go tshameka bo OC.
Bo ma sister.
Sit down. Dula fatshe bing.
Okay.
Akolo bapala ditshwantsho. Hanyane
fela papatso.
Boragadi ba bapala mo. All right, man. We're getting to the meat and potatoes of the episode. How much time do we have over there?
Still good?
Okay.
Yeah, we still good. Yeah, we right.
Are we still running? Okay, awesome.
Hey, Joe.
We have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. 2025. Hey, Triple H alone now. I call.
Hey.
Triple H alone now.
H.
Do we start with the match or do we start with the result?
Let's start with the match.
Because
the result, H.
The match.
Okay, the match. Overall, the match was good.
The match was A.
It was good.
The match was A, bro.
The
match was
balanced, a bit of drama.
The spots, me.
Andrade.
Okay.
For me.
Nice. We know you can do that.
Yes. Andrade.
Penta. Mexican Destroyer on the ladder. We saw that coming.
Yes.
Nice. Cero Miedo.
No, but okay.
Dog like.
Okay.
So?
Not so, but you saved the match.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cook.
They saved the match.
Cook.
Those,
They were good. I'm being.
Yeah, bro. Andrade was amazing.
I'm being a nuisance. They were very good.
Was amazing.
Andrade was amazing. Penta was amazing.
Solo, on the other hand, Solo was more of, was more acting than wrestling.
Yeah, he's comedic now.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Yeah,
though. Like,
you know?
I don't know. I like this. I like the solo Sequoia. He's funny.
He's funny,
He's
you
doing
know?
the penta walk.
You understand,
It's
you know?
funny. I like it.
Yeah, it was more acting than wrestling. So,
Transition us into the bloodline.
Okay.
Speaking of solo.
Solo. I didn't expect this match to be a Bloodline 2.0. I didn't expect for Roman Reigns did whatever that you're doing, Seth.
Okay,
You know?
got you.
Roman Reigns
Stay on
did it.
bloodline.
Okay,
Solo.
the Bloodline. Okay, solo, ne?
You did not expect for it to be a bloodline 2.0 first.
Yes, and then on how Jacob turned on Solo. Honestly, I did not see it happening this way, you know, but anticipation that it was going to happen soon, yes. Initially, I thought that Solo was perhaps going to get the briefcase. After getting the briefcase, then now, you understand, we can find our way to them having a rivalry. But now, what this simply means is that at some point, Solo is going to challenge Jacob Fatu for the US Championship.
SummerSlam.
You know, that's inevitable now.
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, we have Solo and...
Maybe Night of Champions. Night of Champions.
I think we're going to have it at Night of Champions because Solo is going to want to deal with Jacob ASAP, you know, thinking that maybe Jacob is like, you know, a snack. But Jacob is going to embarrass him one more time. Yeah.
So let me ask you, did we need to have the turn at Money in the Bank, particularly in the ladder match? I felt it was unnecessary. Why? You could have done the turn on a SmackDown. You could have done the turn at Night of Champions. I was telling you off air, Jacob Fatu could have had a United States Championship match with, I don't know, Andrade. Solo costs Jacob the match. Jacob then turns on Solo.
But then, okay. I hear you, ne?
Yes.
But wouldn't it be more value if they were fighting for the US Championship, if the US Championship was involved?
They don't even have to, he doesn't even have to cost Jacob the championship. He can cost Jacob the match. It could be via disqualification. It could be count out.
Yeah.
It could be a non-result. Just cost Jacob the match in trying to help Jacob.
Yeah.
That's how the turn happened.
Oh, but like, okay, yeah.
The turn happening in the Money in the Bank ladder match that Jacob Fatu is not a part of either way. The pop was amazing. Jacob is amazing. He's always going to get that reaction. In that match, though, felt like there's a lot of mismatching going on, dog. There's a lot of forcing things into situations that's going on in the new regime. It didn't need to happen that way.
Okay, but in it happening that way, I think it's something that we would have seen before, whereby, for example, Solo would cost Jacob a match, but it would not be intentional. So now it's going to be like a whole Finn Bella situation whereby we're not sure if ever.
My brother, I don't like this thing of yours of vouching for something to be done differently just for the sake of it being done differently. Different is not always good. Why fix what's not broken?
But is it okay?
It is not a broken formula. You know what's a broken formula? Referee bump. Stop doing that.
But why?
But stop doing things for the sake of just being different.
But I thought we were riding on the coastline of, you know, being different and just being spontaneous.
For the sake of?
This is our mantra now.
Let me ask you. You.
WWE.
You. Yeah, I almost called you the N-word. You. This is who you are. This is what you vouch for. Because if I ask you, what does Jacob Fatu have to do with the Money in the Bank ladder match? What's your answer?
Nothing.
So
but
then...
it was to kickstart the rivalry, though.
You got it, bro. I know you hear me. When you do this,
I do.
When you do this, I know you hear me.
I do.
I don't like doing things for the sake of just let's be different.
Okay.
But it's fine.
I get it. I get it when you say, don't fix it if it's not broken. But also if it's predictable, if it's boring, you know.
It's not going to be boring because we're anticipating it. We were anticipating the Evolution breakup. We are anticipating the Judgment Day breakup. When there's anticipation built and it's built in the right manner, when the blow up happens, we are all happy.
Yes.
The blow up happened in a match that the blowee, is not a part of. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but now, the blowy pause is costing.
Let's get to the result.
Okay.
We both predicted that LA Knight would win Money in the Bank. It was the logical
Disappointing
result. Give LA Knight the briefcase.
Disappointing.
Tell me why WWE gave Seth Rollins that briefcase.
Why give the briefcase to an already established superstar? Rollins, okay, maybe you could say you're giving him a bit of, you adding value to whatever his faction.
You are forcing, dog.
The only viable thing that I think is going to happen or that might happen is that Rollins, honestly, out of all the superstars that were in the match, he's the only superstar that could legitimately threaten both the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
He's a formidable opponent against Cena. He's also a formidable opponent against Gunther.
And it also makes sense for him to cash in on either or.
On either or.
I agree.
You do understand.
I get
That's
that.
the only positive that I got from the result.
I see that.
Other than that, nah, bro.
This group is being forced down our throats. Guys.
Yeah.
This group, if you need a name for the group, call them the Force. Because they are forcing they are forcing. Hey, but forcing. Hey, but force Money in the Bank. Call them the Force, dog. Force and Chaka, but force partnership. You know? They are forcing the blow up, like they're just forcing.
I think Rollins winning Money in the Bank was actually a safe move.
The safest.
Yeah, it was exactly a safe move.
The safest move. Why don't you give us something exhilarating and new? Money in the Bank has been so bland and boring for the past 4 years, bro. Do something exciting. Give us somebody that we want to win Money in the Bank. When was the last time you saw a men's Money in the Bank ladder match and the winner climbed up the ladder and grabbed the briefcase and you said, yes, him. Him.
Hey dog, we got Bodemian Priest.
In Chaka, we got Austin Theory. No man, we got who's this? Drew McIntyre.
Your way.
And this year it's Seth Rollins. Why?
Because with Cena now being guys, something is wrong.
Segue.
Something is wrong.
Segue. Yeah, you're on fire today.
We don't know.
Segue.
Cena.
Yes.
We don't know what to do with Cena anymore. As the WWE.
I said that.
Yes.
I told you.
As the WWE.
He doesn't know what to do.
He doesn't know what to do. I agree now. We don't know what to do now. Because now we don't know our truth.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Would you say the Cena heel turn failed?
Biginya. Because The Rock didn't finish.
Yes.
Had The Rock finished, had The Rock being part of this heel turn, it's a sense. No. Yeah, so now
so it failed because the person who initiated it was not there to follow through. I agree. We tried it. It failed. John Cena made a good heel for like 4 weeks. Now it's bland. It's boring. The matches are not as good. John Cena's slow in the ring. John Cena has ad promos. The entrance is bland. We've seen it. We did it. We tried it. It sucks. Let's move on.
Give us something new. Otherwise, we're gonna turn on you, bro.
Yeah, no. It did break my heart to see those days counting down because, like, I had a Jesus, we're really losing John Cena, bro. I had a but this retirement tour does not feel like a retirement tour. Like,
I'm even surprised that you're still calling it a retirement tour.
Talk about it.
I'm still saying, well, Otora Ing.
Now at Money in the Bank, we had a tag team match. Side note, Logan Paul, you are very good. It's just WWE. Can WWE just find a character for this guy? Have him do something.
Yes.
Like give him a gimmick to try or something. Because him presenting himself as Logan Paul is not working.
Yeah.
We had
make him Grayson Waller. I think he'll that whole egotistic, I'm the guy.
He's already like that though.
Yeah.
Give him a gimmick, man. Like I don't know.
what?
Like make him like a
Mr. Tijuana.
and make him a dentist, bro. Like I don't know. Do something crazy. Make him a barber or something. Like, you know, like give him a crazy gimmick and see if he can pull it off. Because right now we don't know Logan Paul outside of Logan Paul, the YouTuber who's good in the ring. That doesn't cut it.
A dentist?
I'm just throwing crazy stuff out there. Make him something.
How about like a depressed individual that cannot understand his potential, and maybe he finds like someone who's going to mentor, and that's also like teaching him the game, and you know, that's developing his character.
I don't know. I'm not that invested. So
Man, I'm just throwing it out there.
I don't know, Sergio. You are too invested. I'm not that invested. I don't care.
I'm
Just
throwing
do
it out
something
there.
with him.
You know,
Do something with him.
Okay.
Give him something.
the match.
I don't think I want to talk about the match as much as I want to talk about the aftermath. Cody Rhodes pinned John Cena.
Yes.
Cody Rhodes, no matter how we look at it, Cody, go home. You'll come back next year ka Royal Rumble in Jaga. Otla. Go. We don't need Cody Rhodes in this juncture.
Because I mean, I'm sure. Look, this is wrecking my brain. Honestly, I'm trying to see.
Where do you fit him in?
Yeah.
Because think about this. If we say, okay, make it Cody and Cena at SummerSlam, and Cody loses again, what does that do to his credibility?
And Punk is also like in the mix. Yeah.
Punk is luring somewhere.
We have to find something for Punk. So
Now, let's talk about CM Punk. He challenged John Cena for the WWE Undisputed Championship at Night of Champions. Out of the blue. Hey, this John Cena retirement tour. Out of the blue.
does he deserve it? Is he in a position to be making such requests?
Yes, he's CM Punk.
He's
Phil Brooks. It's just what doesn't make sense to me is why wasn't it at Money in the Bank? Like why?
Oh no, he batla ka briefcase.
Next time I batla ka briefcase. Neke batla ka the kiss goodbye. No, for nostalgia's sake, we were all there for the 2011-2012 run when CM Punk took the WWE Championship and left. That was Money in the Bank. For nostalgia's sake, the way you did Cena and Randy at St. Louis for the very last time, you should have done Cena and Punk at Money in the Bank, man. And then have Cena win and blow CM Punk the kiss. I'm retiring as champion. That's the guys like Triple H. Now you had Cena and Logan in a tag team.
Stage is applying for a job, Triple H.
I'm not applying, but like you could have had the stories are right in front of you, but it's fine. We have it at Night of Champions. CM Punk is gonna lose.
Unpredictability is our niche now.
Yeah, dog. It's unnecessary unpredictability. Let's it's unnecessary unpredictability. Let's talk about I'm mad, bro. Let's talk about CM Punk and John Cena. Who wins, who loses, and then what's the way forward? Because we have Cody in there somewhere. Ron Killings is there somewhere. I don't know, man.
If
book it for me until SummerSlam.
Okay. If let me say this.
I'm listening.
If Punk beats Cena anywhere from now till SummerSlam or until next year, should Punk beat Cena for the championship, icon, I'm gonna stop watching the WWE for a while, just for a while, you know, just to come back, you know, and just to recoup, you know, because now, serious, I'm going to stop just for a while.
But icon,
no.
Why are you so against that idea?
Because this retirement tour, we are invested in the whether you know, we can say whatever we want, but it's the picture that's been painted. We want to see through. So now, if midway you're going to give CM Punk the championship because now he's CM Punk, why did you Why? Why?
Yo, this guy does not like CM.
Why?
But I agree with you.
Why?
I agree with you.
Why did you start there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do not give CM Punk the title.
Hey, yeah.
Don't
Sharp.
do it.
Unpredictability is your niche now, but no, bro.
Hypocritical much? Hypocritical much? Don't give CM Punk the title.
No.
In the same breath, please, the way you feel about CM Punk is the way I feel about Cody. Do not put that championship for the life of me on Cody Rhodes. Don't do it. You are going to ruin Cody for all of us. Unless, and this goes for CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Unless if you have both of them or either one of them win the championship and have a Seth cash in.
Oh, okay, now that, okay.
If you
have, plus,
yes,
we still, Seth, yeah.
If you have CM Punk beat John Cena for the championship, Seth Rollins has to cash in just to stick it to Punk.
So you're gonna screw Punk
for as long as I'm here. Your life is going to be a living hell, Phil Brooks.
So you guys ain't never gonna see Punk as a champion.
Well, technically, he would be a champion.
Okay, but like you not see.
Seconds.
Yeah, you not see. But I count. Some of us still want to see Punk.
Yes, it's true.
So,
it's true. With the championship,
maybe at the ramp.
Maybe we'll get that. If Punk wins the championship, Seth cashes in. We ride that story into WrestleMania next year. CM Punk gets his main event, wins his championship. Udula Kayona, hoorah, we are happy.
Imagine now, just
Sergio. Imagine
now, Punk. All teary after, beating John Cena. And then,
oh my God, I did it.
Braun Breaker comes, spears there.
It's done.
And then 1, 2, 3, and then
done.
We're gonna have this again. Punk crying. Guys.
That's the only scenario that would make me say put the title on Punk. The same goes for Cody. Imagine if Cody wins and Seth Rollins does the exact same thing that Cody did to him at WrestleMania 39. At WrestleMania 39, Cody Rhodes stuck it to Seth Rollins. In that Hell in a Cell match, he beat Seth Rollins with half a pack off of his shoulder. Seth Rollins can be like, I didn't forget. I'm petty. Give me that title. It works.
It works.
If you do that, that works.
I'm laughing.
Yes.
I'm just imagining Punk now, sobbing and crying.
Leave CM Punk, bro. Nah, leave CM Punk.
Burn it down!
So you're saying CM Punk should not win the championship. You're saying Cody should not win the championship. Who should win the championship?
Let Cena finish this tour. Let him finish.
As champion?
As champion. Let him finish. Oh, I don't know. Okay.
No.
Maybe Seth Rollins can hold on to the championship, to the Money in the Bank until the end of
his
tour. Then maybe we can discuss it. Okay.
But he shouldn't finish the tour with the championship, please.
No.
The very same, I have a couple of requests.
Okay.
The very same way I don't want him to finish as a heel. Let's turn him as soon as possible. Please.
How? When?
You know what I think? I think Cena was supposed to turn at Money in the Bank. I think Cena was supposed to clash with Logan Paul and give him an AA. And that would have been what the hell am I doing? I'm tagging with Logan Paul.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been the turn.
Is this my career now?
Yeah, I'm tagging with Logan
Paul.
No, AA.
I'm John Cena now.
We're getting Cena back.
Yeah.
It's Magneto. Ron Killings had to be fit into the entire equation.
So, okay.
That's why I think that didn't happen.
Okay, can I ask this question?
Yes.
So now, Ron Killings, is he going to be the guy that makes John Cena realize, hey dog,
I'm not that invested in Ron Killings. I don't know. He can flounder for all I care. I'm not thinking that deeply about Ron Killings. Congratulations, you got your job, you got your name, you got your song. I'm happy for you. Doug,
sharp.
You know? Sharp. But he shouldn't retire as a heel. He shouldn't retire with the championship. Please. My fan believe. Roman Reigns, just let him dethrone Cena. I'm begging you, I'm asking you. Let Roman Reigns dethrone Cena.
Smash everybody and leave.
Bro, please. If it's not Roman Reigns, like you're saying, towards the end of the run, Seth Rollins cash in.
Yeah, towards the end of the run.
Towards the end of the run.
Because we still want to see what this tour has in store for us, honestly.
Final topic. Gunther is the new World Heavyweight Champion. Are we still good there on the camera, PD?
Yeah, we're still good.
Okay, perfect. Gunther is the new World Heavyweight. Gunther is the brand new World Heavyweight Champion. Everything is back to its proper place.
Now you can say,
I feel at home. The Ring General is the World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah.
Thank you, WWE. Yo, it was about time.
Yeah, it was about time. It was getting bad.
That the title run wasn't bad. Shout out to Jay. You realized your dream. The thing that Jay Uso did is not a small feat, man. He comes from a tag team with his twin brother, and he broke out into individual success. Kudos to you. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes. You're gonna jump to Jimmy.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. Shout out to Jay. You did a very good job. Thank you. Go home and rest now. Jay, Cody, that tag team. Bye. Gunther is the World Heavyweight Champion. Where do we go with Gunther? You can ask your question because it coincides with this.
Do you think Jay is gonna get a piece of his?
Jimmy, you mean?
Yeah, Jimmy, sorry. Do you think Jimmy's gonna want a piece of his?
Along the way.
World Heavyweight Championship?
Yes. Yeah. No. I don't think he's winning, but I think he's gonna come back to avenge his brother and get some revenge for himself. I do think Jimmy is challenging Gunther.
Is okay for the World Heavyweight
World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay.
I don't think he's winning though.
Do you see a world where Jimmy is World Heavyweight Champion?
I never saw a world where Jay was World Heavyweight Champion.
Or at least United States Champion or IC.
US Champion, IC champion. Yes.
Not World Heavyweight Champion.
I've never seen it. I don't see it. I don't see it. But maybe it'll happen. You never know.
What if Jimmy becomes World Heavyweight Champion at some stage? And then
Jay comes back.
And then they have like I'm the better champion.
That. Yes, I can see it. Samoan mess. Samoan mess. I can see it. Let's stick with Gunther though.
Okay, yeah.
The road for Gunther. We said Jimmy is coming back and challenging. I see it. I don't think Gunther is traveling to Saudi Arabia, to be honest. But it is Night of Champions, so he does have to defend.
And plus, that championship is not something small.
He does have to defend.
Yeah. Aren't all champions obligated to?
They are. It's Night of Champions.
Yeah.
I'm predicting Gunther and Jimmy. Hey,
but Jimmy's not winning.
Jimmy's not winning. I'm predicting Jimmy and Gunther. SummerSlam, I'm predicting Gunther and Sami Zayn by virtue of King of the Ring. I think Sami Zayn is winning King of the Ring. I think Sami Zayn is going to SummerSlam and challenging Gunther as the second person who's ever beaten Gunther for a championship.
Okay.
Insert Seth Rollins.
Cash in.
I think Sami Zayn is beating Gunther at SummerSlam, and I think Seth Rollins is cashing in.
So Rollins is cashing in on the World Heavyweight Championship.
And like, it's that moment where Sammy's like, finally, I got the World Heavyweight Championship. Finally.
And then burn it down.
Seth Rollins burn it down.
Braun Breaker,
everybody.
Bronson Reed.
The Force.
The Force.
The Force comes in and forces their way into the match. Sami Zayn loses the championship, just like Jeff Hardy losing the championship to CM Punk in a Money in the Bank cash in.
Yes.
Finally, he did it. Seth Rollins cashes in. Then you can maybe play around with Karrion Kross. Then maybe you can play around. You see, Sammy, I told you that you should be in the dark side because things like these happen. Gunther goes home. Cody is home. Jay is home. Let the others cook. That's how I end the episode. Speak of the devil.
Some Karrion.
That's how I end the episode. You can go ahead.
The WWE is doing too much now.
It is.
Because now, with this proposed cash-in
Yes.
that you just, theoretically put to us.
Yes.
On that side, that John Cena side, now what?
John Cena needs to lose clean if that happens. If this happens, John Cena needs to lose clean.
And if it doesn't happen?
If what doesn't happen? If
they
Seth
cash in this side, if Rollins does not cash in on.
If Seth Rollins does not cash in on John Cena, he can cash in on Sami Zayn when Sami Zayn wins the championship.
So let's say he cashes in on Sami Zayn. Now
Yes.
what? Come
on, I've still vouched for Roman Reigns.
How does Roman come back?
Survivor Series. Out of the blue.
Just like, when he came with the contract.
Well, he doesn't have to do all of that. The very same way that John Cena came back at Money in the Bank when we were at Jumbo WWE.
Yeah.
The very same way he came back, the music hit, John Cena came, he didn't even have to say a word, he's John Cena. Roman Reigns must do that to John Cena. After John Cena beats Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns' music must hit, and it's over. It's chai, goodbye Cena, you gave us a run. A tribal chief.
We're back to the tribal chief.
We're back to the tribal chief.
Can I make a statement?
Last words.
So now do you see like Roman's value?
I've always seen Roman's
value. Do you understand?
No, don't do that. No, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we end the episode of the game. No, don't do that. Look, I've always seen Roman's value. Okay. I've just at some point felt as though he didn't need the belt to be carrying the WWE.
Okay.
That's all I was saying.
Not Nikisa.
I've put my one in the air a couple times. I don't know what more you want. Do you want me to? He gets a tribal tattoo.
Maybe one of these days you put up with the Ulafara.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we end this epic episode of the Kayfabe Corner. Very insightful, very great conversation.
This was fun,
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for those comments. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep commenting, keep engaging, and tell a friend to tell a friend that the Kayfabe Corner boys are out here and we are always looking fresh.
Redepa, Joe. Full qua,
open.